we're gonna get some garlic in the ground today, and yeah, just go to the store, get yourself some garlic, bust the cloves all up. You're gonna get these out of there, and when you plant these, you want to put the root side down. And if you can't figure out which is the root side on there, that's fine. Just lay it sideways. It'll all work itself out. Now, I've never tried to plant garlic in the spring. This is soft neck garlic. You can tell because if it was hard neck, there would be like a stick piece coming up out of there. That's the kind I've always planted in the fall. We're trying this in the spring. I have no idea if it's going to work, but if it doesn't, I'm out, I don't know, $3 for some garlic cloves. It'll be fine. Okay, so there's my cloves after I broke them up. That's what they're going to look like. And I've got some strawberries that I'm going to put in the ground outside. I've also got some blackberry plants that I propagated from cuttings. I started these when it was still cold out. You can see they're rooting. They're ready to go in the ground. Those roots are long. That's going to be cool. So stay tuned. All right, so there's my compost bin. I make some really good dirt exclusively out of just table scraps, things I would throw away. I'm going to dish some of this out. I'm going to use it whilst I'm planting here. Lawn trimmings too. If your mower has a bagger, dump your grass in there when you're done mowing. That works great. Leaves, if you rake up your leaves, it's got 2 chambers. You can always have one ready to go and one getting ready to go. Works good. Gonna drill a hole here with my auger bit. Not going too deep. Don't want to disturb the roots from this here apple tree. But my ground here is good to go. When we bought this house, moved in last summer, I laid down a bunch of contractor's paper and covered it with about 6 inches of mulch. All the grass is dead under there. That's all part of the soil now. You couldn't put a shovel in the ground here when we moved in. Now you can. So we're gonna drop a scoop of our compost in from our bin there. Want to drop one of our garlics in here, root side down. And I'm just gonna cover it back up. And we'll wait. We'll just keep doing that. I got a lot to do here. That'll be a nice, delicious garlic clove in July. And stay tuned. And as I said earlier, I've got these blackberry starts I propagated from some other plants we have. When you buy a single blackberry plant, there's really no reason to buy anymore. Same for figs. Same for raspberries. I've not done it with blueberries yet, but I do have a nice blueberry bush right here that went in last fall. I'll try it with that. As I understand it, pomegranates, we have a couple of those out here. I was told that you can take a stick, just to break off a branch from a pomegranate bush and stick it in the ground and it'll grow roots and take off. I'll test that. The same for these apple trees though that we put in. You can get cuttings from those and you've got trees forever. So something to think about. Same deal here. Gonna take my drill down through the mulch. Nice holes. Grab some of my compost out of the bucket. Drop it in the hole. Stick my cutting with the roots in, and that's gonna do it. Cover it up, call her good. And just like that, another blackberry out of the single blackberry I bought last fall. All right, so there's our strawberries. I get the ever-bearing variety. You get strawberries off of them all year long that way. I planted 10 of these the other day. I hope I didn't jump the gun because it got real cold again after that, but strawberries live all year round. Eventually they'll stop producing and you'll have to replace them, but anyway, they also make new plants themselves. This whole area will be covered in strawberries one day. Everything you see in mulch there, it'll be the ground cover. It'll be like the grass for this area, my entire yard actually. Hopefully one day will be covered in strawberries, but I'm gonna throw these in. One thing about strawberries when you plant them, now first, throw in another handful of my compost, best dirt in the world. You need to keep the crown above ground level, okay? So this little root ball here will go in the ground. The crown of it needs to stay above the dirt. Very important. And there it is. crown above the dirt, right at ground level. I've got 10 more of these to plant. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll talk to you soon. So I've got everything in. I'm just gonna give it a good watering. I'm gonna have to stay off of it for a bit because there's things planted down there. I don't know where they're at. Those other 10 strawberries I planted the other day, I had these old pinwheels out here, supposed to scare off the birds, the squirrels or whatever, but it don't work. I put those where I planted the 10 I planted the other day, but I don't have any more, so I'm just gonna have to stay out. Don't want to step on them.
And would you believe there are people who come to me for advice? I'm driving fast as the